Welcome to Arabia. We have Viper, the Warlord, playing up against Yo. Yo is playing here as the Slavs on the left-hand side of the map, and Viper over towards the right-hand side of the map playing as the Burgundians. So I think we're going to get a nice and fun cavalry matchup here. If we look first at the maps. Well, actually, let's talk about Viper, and why did I call him Viper the Warlord? Well, if you didn't see Warlord's tournament hosted by Mem, check it out. Go watch his VOD of yesterday. That was incredible. The performance that Viper put on. I hope this isn't spoilers for you. If it is, I apologize. But the performance that Viper put on was unreal. Viper, yeah, #1 in the world. No doubt, no question. The man made everybody else look like they just weren't nearly as good at the game as him. It was not embarrassing by the other players. The other players played well, executed well, acquitted themselves well, but the Viper was on another level, as Mem would say, another level. Well, this game is a ranked game, just for fun, between these players, Viper and Yo. Viper, his map, he's got nice berry position. I would say he's probably going to be able to wall these berries pretty safely. And his gold, though, a little more exposed. The front of his base, very wide open. Got a wood line on each side, and the berries in the back. But the gold and the stone, very exposed, nothing in the front. Mr. Yo, on the other side, berries hanging out all alone on the front of his base. Gold pretty well protected in the back, so flip-flop the positions for the berries for Yo and Viper. And that's a little bit what we have. And Yo has a really unfortunate map gen. He's got this wood line here on the front and this one here in the back, but just nothing else. All around, I guess this might be his woodline and this might be so far away. Viper has something similar, one on the left and one on the right, and nothing on the front. So this is a very open Arabia matchup, and that's what we want to see here, especially because we have cavalry civs. We don't get to see cavalry civs very often. Pure cavalry civ versus cavalry civ. Slavs versus Burgundians. Now, the Slavs, as you know, their farm rate is what makes them special. They have terrific infantry, but their farm rate, their fastest farming civilization in the game, allows them to pump out cavalry. They have good cavalier. Their castles also are cheaper after an upgrade that you have to build a castle to get to, but once you get that upgrade, their castles transitions, I think, 20% of the stone cost into wood. On the Burgundian side, is the eco upgrades are 50% off and researched an age earlier. They also have Cavalier in the Castle Age. However, they do not get bloodlines. So it's basically 2 extra attack for researching Cavalier. And they also have the Custelier unique unit out of their castles. Oh, and of course, we can't forget about the Flemish Revolution. The Slavs, they've got Druzina, which is a technology that gives all their infantry splash damage, area of effect damage. So, very powerful technology. Both players on the way to the feudal age at 19 population for Mr. Yo and 20 for the Viper. Mr. Yo also building militia that's going to be a men-at-arms. The Viper not doing so. Looks like he's going to be going for scouts. Straight into scouts. Sorry, the populations were not 19 and 20. It's the villagers that are 19 and 20. The populations are now 22 for Yo with the militia and 21 for the Viper. Barracks coming down now, and Viper small walling up around his gold mine before he ever builds it. He's got lumber camp on each side. He is tracking the militia, which will be men-at-arms very soon, across the map. So he knows what's up. He knows what's coming. He's walling in his resources, making sure he's very secure. And this is how you play if you're on an open map and somebody's going to be men-at-arms rushing you. Small walls around where you need them to. Yep, very nice for the Viper. And Yo, coming in quickly, but he's also bringing villagers. Viper is tracking this. We're seeing towers, men-at-arms towers on this wide open map. Yo wants to deny this gold from the Viper. And Viper, with a Cav Civ, going straight into archers. Archers are just the dominant unit. Wow, Yo dropping an archery range on the Viper's face. What a unique play. Viper taking a good engagement there with the scout. These men-at-arms are getting ready to break in to the gold mine there for the Viper. He's gonna need to pay attention to that. Okay, he spots it out, and here comes the tower on that gold mine. So this is gonna get very awkward for the Viper in a hurry. He does know about this gold mine, however, so he will be able to move over to that one. Quick walls everywhere, everywhere. Just quick walls. Gate, quick gate. And finally, these men-at-arms get around, but they've taken damage from the town center. Tower, it's going to go up. Skirmisher's going to be dropped in the tower, and I like this. Yo's already walling this tower up, and as soon as he gets fletching, it's going to range pretty much the entire gold mine there, and dropping the blacksmith. Nicely done. Viper just getting eco upgrades. He's got an archer out to fight off these men-at-arms, shooting away at them. Does not yet have a blacksmith, though, for the Viper. Transitioning onto the gold mine on the right-hand side of his base. This is definitely an aggressive play by Yo. Definitely something that Viper was maybe hoping to avoid a little bit, and it's a good play. Normally, you don't think of going towers when the map's wide open, but I guess really makes sense in this situation. And it's archers and skirmishers for both players. The difference is these men-at-arms, and it just seems like if Viper would have gone men-at-arms, maybe it would have helped him out. Now, if we look at the eco upgrades, Viper already has his Castle Age Wood eco upgrade, and does have his Horse Collar, his farming upgrade. Yo, on the other hand, has no eco upgrades whatsoever. So there's a clear advantage there for Yo, or for Viper, I mean. And that's the difference with these civilizations. The eco KD is 0 to 0. The scout's still finding some value for the Viper, trying to keep it alive as much as possible, because he wants to engage on these skirmishers with it eventually. A little bit of idle TC time. 33 seconds now for the Viper. Actually going up as we speak, as he doesn't have enough food to make a villager. It's very awkward. And now he's been pushed off of that gold. This pressure is strong. The eco might be a little stronger for the Viper, but the pressure that he's facing is pretty heavy right about now. Another tower coming down. This one on the farming area. And, ooh, but Viper gonna drop his own tower in response. But there are enough skirmishers there to slow that tower down. Not deny it. Skirmishers aren't very good at denying towers. The men-at-arms. Okay, this tower is denied for Mr. Yo. He deletes it and backs away. The Viper builds that tower, and he is on stone. This is something that Yo doesn't know about. Does Yo even know there's a stone there? No. So that's massive. Viper can now build another tower on this gold mine, and Yo doesn't know that. So this is a matter Viper has to survive a bit here. He's got a nice eco rolling, although with 3 fewer villagers than Yo. He just needs to survive this pressure. And he does have the opportunity to build another tower. And I think, yeah, Yo going to be heading over here and towering this woodline and gold next. But Viper, he knows what's up. I like that. Yep, perfect. Well, no, yes, no, yes, no. Not sure what he's waiting for. Both players just kind of waiting and looking at each other. Viper's got these villagers heading somewhere. Not really quite sure where. He needs to drop a tower here, I think. He's just going on to gold. Decides he doesn't need the tower. Okay. 8 to 7 in the militaries, so pretty similar for each player there. And one of those is a men-at-arms, which actually has, this men-at-arms have really paid off, soaking up a ton of damage. And I think Viper is just going to stay on gold and maybe look for a Coustelier. Wheelbarrow coming in now for the Viper. He's got a lot of farms down and trying to get his eco really rolling in a powerful way. And this tower is sneaky. I like that. However, it doesn't range quite as much as you'd want it to. Ranges most of that gold, but I don't think quite enough of it until Castle Age. And Castle Age is a long ways away for these players. This tower's not completely walled in. Viper could, in theory, take a shot at it. This player's scouts now coming out for Mr. Yo, and that's something Viper is gonna find out about now and be very unhappy about. Needs to, oh, he has to delete that tower and bring the villagers to the fight. That scout has to go down. This is awkward, awkward, awkward at best. Viper loses a villager. That's the first villager kill in the game. But there's already another scout. And these villagers don't really know what to do. Okay, dropping a tower there. That's not as good of a tower as you would have hoped for. And Yo, dropping another tower. Oh, changes his mind. And this one locks that gold down and protects, these towers protect each other. So this is definitely getting awkward for the Viper. Gold is really becoming an issue here. And this man-at-arms, oh, that stone mine has been scouted out just sometime recently. So this tower's up for Viper. But Yo, getting this tower up. This is awkward. Viper gonna be in trouble here. Gonna have to fight this man-at-arms off. Scouts are going to come in. Ooh, but Viper with the quick walls. Very nicely done. Gets inside. Yep, that's walled up now. Spearman skirm. But Viper completely off of gold. Totally off of gold. And if we look at castle times, Viper on the way up. Wow, and Mr. Yo not that close yet, so Viper has to survive for the next 3 minutes. Then things won't be too bad. Another tower being added. I like that. He knows he's behind in the military. He knows he can't really engage with his armies. He knows he's got to protect himself with towers. It's going to be stable added now, and I think we're probably going to see a push out to reclaim the gold once we get to Castle Age. The market will probably be a key factor here in how this all goes. Now, Mr. Yo getting ready to click up. Probably clicking up here in about 10 seconds. Nope, just now. Less than 10, for sure. Another tower being added. Yo saying, just locking down a lot of the area around Viper's base. Then he's probably going to head home and get his home base sorted out. His eco looking fine. Very open maps here, and you don't expect a tower rush on wide open maps. That got me caught me off guard, that's for sure. Both players heading into cavalry. Viper might want a castle pretty soon. I would not be surprised if he wants to drop a castle here, or even here. Delete a farm and drop it here. Take out both of these towers and reclaim this whole area. Viper into Castle Age. Just dropping a town center. Because why not? And a monastery. A monastery. What an interesting strategy. No gold. That's alright. We're going to drop the monastery. Has to sell resources for gold. No siege workshop. Nothing to push back these towers. The monastery's a good play because it'll take care of the knights. Okay, he's going to push back these towers. And, hey, this is something Yo should know. This is really bad by Yo, honestly. You have to know this, Yo. These towers, you have to wall them in completely. The corners can still be hit. Now, Viper losing some villagers here. He's now lost 3 villagers, 4 in total now. And this tower still up, but it's going down. Another town center being added by the Viper, so he does regain control of a gold mine. Also, Viper getting hand car already, so he's really booming it up. Yo now reached Castle Age himself, building knights. So it's going to be monks and knights for these players. His Viper now has secured this gold mine completely. But it's going to be tough, I think, for the Viper from here, as Yo is 7 villagers ahead and is ahead by 4 military, 3 knights to 2 knights, 1 monk to 0, but soon to be 1. So both players going into knights and monks, doing about the same thing. Now, Yo is going to have to run away here as Viper. Pay attention. Boom, boom. Tries to wall these guys in. Does not do so, but he does lose 1 monk, but gets a knight, hops the monk into the tower. Nice little play there, and killing off that other knight. Over here, Viper getting his eco rolling, and yeah, he's about to drop a castle, and I think that castle comes right here with a lot of villagers, and then it's Custilier. Might be why he's not investing heavily into knights, but Custilian knights take the same upgrades. You might as well make the knights that you can. Oh, he's out of food. Oh, that's why. Alright. He drops it on this hill. I would prefer it right in front of the town center just because it secures this gold. He likes this hill better. It's going to be a little awkward. The archers coming out that were forgotten about. Oof. But Viper, quick walling around this castle. It's going to go up. Might lose a villager in the process, but that would be about it. Lots of military coming in on him. It's going to be a little bit awkward. Might lose more than a villager. Not a fun situation. But, oh, the monk is here. It's a lot of knights for Mr. Yo. That's 9 knights to just the 1 for the Viper. So this is just pure eco approach for the Viper. And all military for Mr. Yo. Now Viper is winning, is ahead by 4 villagers. Not winning, he's ahead by 4 villagers. And he's going to want another castle, I think, on this hill then. Or on this hill. That's actually the hill he wants it on. Finishes up that stone mine. Pretty short on stone for another castle. Here's that stone mine, though. The next one, well in range. And yep, he does have a Custilier now. Lots of knights hanging out over here. It's definitely an awkward situation. This tower is going to go down more likely than not, but it's not protecting anything anymore, so not the end of the world. And Yo is going to drop a forward castle very soon. It's going to be over here. It's going to be on this hill. Prediction. Yo is going to drop a forward castle on that hill. He's got a lot of stone wherever those villagers are. There's the villas on stone. No villas coming forward just yet, but he's at 603. I think the villas come forward now. The question is which ones. Looking. And Viper having trouble dealing with all of this pressure. That's for sure. No, I got it all wrong. Yo, he doesn't drop a forward castle. He drops a castle in the middle of the map. Not protecting anything. Just wanted it on a hill, and so it's not protecting these farmers. It's not on this gold. Like, this would have been the passive castle, I would have thought. This is not great. It's on a hill. Gets that bonus damage. Takes the reduction in bonus damage, but just not it. Okay. Knights diving in. Viper looking for a couple conversions. The Knights are going to try to run away. 1 conversion comes in, and then Viper probably going to head out for that relic. Has 2 relics. He's headed out to that stone. Not this stone, oddly enough. I would think he would go for this stone, but he wants to be the sneaky one. Viper adding a 4th town center. He's up still only by 4 villagers, as it's 3 versus 3. Ooh, gets in and gets a raid in. Nicely done. That's a villager kill. Bringing it back. Both players playing pretty passively. The populations are about the same. Military is about the same. Both players on the way to the Imperial Age. Yo just a little faster. I still can't believe this castle wasn't further forward. Now the question is, did Yo get Detinets, which is the cheap castles? I don't know the answer to that question. But Boyars Those guys are beastly. Boyars will slap these Custiliers, because Boyars have so much melee armor. After the Custiliers' first attack, which does great damage, they'll be doing like 4 damage a hit or something silly. Ooh, nice trap there. That was a great trap. Viper doesn't engage at all and is going to lose all of these guys basically. Well, loses 2 of them and a ton of HP for 1 monk. I like this. Scout heading out. Going to find this stone mine right away. That's unfortunate for the Viper. The timing there couldn't have been much worse. And also the monk might go down if Yo notices. He does not. And Viper actually going to convert the scout. Most like, ooh. Yeah, it gets the scout conversion. But these guys, these Boyars, let's look at these guys. Alright. They have 4 plus 2 melee armor, but then they turn elite and get all the armor upgrades. That'll be probably a 6 plus 4 on the melee armor, which is pretty massive. These walls are gonna break, right? Well, doesn't want to take those hits from the Custilier. And Viper doesn't want to fight. He actually wants to, well, he does fight under the castle. Yep, nicely done. And there's that castle that I expected. And I think Detinets is in for Yo. You wouldn't be building quite so many castles if it wasn't. And I like Yo's position. I think... No, why? I don't agree with this. A castle there versus here. You have the military control. Just send 2 knights up here, or two boyars up here, and clean that, and then put the castle here. And then go mine that. But I guess he wants that very much locked down. And Viper, yeah, Viper's in trouble. Both players in the Imperial Age, both players using their castles to make their unique unit. Viper definitely losing out. Just a little pause there. Viper switching into Halberdier, which actually Bohemians do exceptionally well. Burgundians, sorry Burgundians, Bohemians do it exceptionally well. Burgundians, get them. And here comes the castle I was talking about. Let's see how much drops off. If it's 650, I would be surprised. Oh, he's waiting, yeah. See, he can't do it because he doesn't have the wood. He's ready to drop a castle, but he needs the wood. That's funny. Buying wood for it. He drops it. Boom. And you can see that did not cost 650 at all. And this gold mine now locked down. And this one almost gone. So, not a fun situation for the Viper. He's going to have to add his own castle here close by, trying to deny this one, but he knows it's not going to be denied. Getting several villager kills. Viper is barely behind in eco. The eco KD, though, massively had 30-3 in favor of Mr. Yo. The military KD, 82-57 in favor of Mr. Yo. Relics, 2-2. And it's, yeah, Treb's already out for Yo, battering down Viper's castles. Both castles go up for these players, but this gold is locked down for the time being. This castle has to go away. And, yep, Detinets, guys, is... it's strong. It's strong. Yo, just putting castles all over the map. And Viper, he can call the GG whenever he feels comfortable, because there is no coming back in this game. You can't go Halberdiers into the Slavs and feel happy about it. Slavs can switch into champions with Druzinia. Well, that's expensive, of course, but they could. And if they do that, then the game is, well and truly over. It's going to circle around and drop castles over here. And we have Elite Boyar in. And we have 17 Boyars. These guys. 8, not 6. 8 plus 3. That's a lot of armor. 8 plus 3 on the melee armor. So much. That's an 11 melee armor. So, for example, these guys doing 10 attack. Only one of their damage is actual. The rest is bonus. These guys, 1 damage. Boyars are a really strong unit. Detinets a really strong tech. It might be busted. I'm going to be honest. I think the tech probably is busted. played with it a few times and just spammed castles all over the place. My opponents did not have a fun time. He fell into a ring of castles and died. These halbs. Yep, and there's the GG called. This castle coming up here, and Viper couldn't do anything about that. Pretty good game. Let's check the statistics here, and you can see on the military side, Mr. Yo massively in favor of KD, 129 to 73. Conversions went in favor of Viper, 4 to 3. Economically, even with those early techs, Mr. Yo killed off so many villagers and idled so much eco. He collected 4,000 more resources overall. Technologically, you can see faster castle time by the Viper, but that didn't turn into a win, and a faster imperial time by Yo. Villagers, Mr. Yo, he totaled out at 133 villagers. Well, sorry, he totaled out of creating 137 villagers, and 133 of those were alive at the end of the game. Viper, he created 152 villagers, only 112 of those alive at the end of the game, and only 116 concurrent villagers. Tells you what the raids were doing. Castles 5 to 3 on the castles. APM stats, you can see Viper, definitely the faster player, just not able to take it home today. I hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, drop a like. If you want to see some more, consider subscribing. If not, that's alright. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya!